And we are here, back this week with Vecna Lives. I remember to unmute. We're doing great. I believe that last week was a fairly interesting week, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's see these lovely, wonderful players, ask them how they're doing today and who they'll be playing. We'll start with Don.
Hey, I'm really excited to be here. I think we were talking about going to the astral plane last week, so that's a change of scenery is good. We've kind of terrorized some gnomes quite a bit.
I don't remember that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. I think we were tromping on some goblins. There's a lot of hate going on. I'll be playing Sir Tomb. He's a person and a paladin, and he's along for the ride.
Awesome. Best person paladin ever. And speaking of people, we have Josh playing Mickey.
I've already started drinking to get me through this episode. I'm looking forward to it. I don't remember much about last week other than
Looking forward to drinking or the episode?
Both.
Keeping it ambiguous, Smith. So yeah, I'm looking forward to remembering what happened last week because I aged 25 years. So
You did.
nearly died like that. It was good. I think I went on a killing spree at the end.
You did.
Did I do that?
You
I
did.
do that?
You did. You
Why
started.
why did
Murdering a bunch of goblins, and the party was having a moral crisis over it, and that's where we left off. Was y'all talking about the moral crisis you guys were having?
I think I just needed to kill some things.
I think you did.
I think I just
you
needed
did.
to.
It
We
happens.
all get in that mood.
It happens
yeah.
sometimes. It's understandable. Myth.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm with Josh. I don't think anything that happened last week. I do remember there was goblins, and we were at a bar. And now we're going to that place
Uh-huh.
with the Stonehenge, the Greyhawk Stonehenge, where Vecna is. That's all I remember. Anyway, I'm Rogan. I'm this guy. He is a gunsmith artificer. He's not so intelligent. He's wise, I guess. But he's a wisecracking dwarf who doesn't really know how to be social except for trying to make jokes as much as he can because he is a woodland hermit. He and his pet stone bird that he crafted himself are great hunters, and that's pretty much it. If you want him to shoot something, he'll shoot it. If you want him to talk, he'll try.
Try real
Poughkeepsie.
hard.
And that's
Poughkeepsie.
it.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Zippy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Every time.
Doing
every
spiffy.
That's fine. Well, no, you can't just have somebody say, "Hey, how are you?" and then not turn around and say, "Hey, how are you?" I care about how Lindy
You
feels.
just want to deflect the question, I see.
I want to
Yeah.
deflect the question. It's going to be huge. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be great. Okay. But hi, I am Zippy. I play Cain Abelson / Darius Rafalon II. I am playing an ancestral barbarian who is tied to a great empire, and we sent a missive over to my second oldest brother, telling him where I am and how I'm going to ally myself with Vecna. And knowing that Tramachus is totally against necromancy and Darius, hopefully they'll come with an army that we could in turn use as a way to fight the undead.
Yes. So, quick recap of what happened last week.
Oh, thank God.
You guys, it started off the session with one of Mickey's exes slapping him straight across the face.
Oh my God, Devon Rue was here.
Yes, she
All right.
was.
Yeah.
Everything just came back to me. All right.
Yeah, you just needed the slap across Mickey's face, and
Yeah,
you guys
you
are like,
just
oh,
slapped her
I
on the butt."
remember last week. Just kidding.
Yeah, we bumped and grind ghibli bits. It was great.
Yeah, that happened
Oh my gosh, we had an orgy.
with some of Zippy's ancestral spirits, Bavari and Mickey. Toom
right,
and
yeah.
Rosie went off and slept behind a dumpster because you guys were really tired and you wanted to
Yeah, I was
escape.
just super uncomfortable. That's
Rogan
why I
got
just deleted that.
shit-faced, wandered around, and then fell asleep drunk in a pile of fishnets, not too far from Tomb and Rosie. They actually got some sleep. Kane has not gotten any sleep. I think he's on a 1 level of exhaustion now because Mavari gave you a potion to reduce it by 1.
She gave me a monster.
She basically did. She gave you a D&D monster. And
Which one? Oh, can I have a gibbering mouther?
Did you have a...
Yes.
Never mind.
No,
that's how you're gonna feel
please
afterwards. But we had a little intermission afterwards. You guys sailed down the river a little further to the secret culty camp, as Rosie calls it, filled with cultists of U's. Mavarius had dealings with them before. She delivered a shipment. They paid her some more money. They gave her a new mission to go and acquire some more goods. You guys hung out for a little bit. Mickey became a cultist of U's by dedicating himself and reattuning to the Sword of Vecna. Or not the Sword of Vecna, the Sword of Cass. It's not. Vecna
What?
made the sword, but it's Cass's sword. And now party members can sleep nearby him once more, thankfully. They told you that there's many different ways of reaching Torvag Baragu, the fastest of which would be traveling through the Ethereal Plane. It would only take 3 days compared to even flying was, I think, like a week or something. It was a lot. So you guys pretty much agreed to travel via Ethereal Plane. Then Mickey started murdering some goblins.
I needed to work out some stress, okay?
And the party was had a little bit of a dilemma in it, but let's assume that resolved itself.
Yeah.
Mickey getting his stress out, and you all decided you weren't going to sleep in the cultist camp of U's, but just outside, make your own little camp. You guys wake up the next morning, and you look out over the river, and Mavari's ship is gone. But there is a note on Mickey's sleeping bag.
Took your pants, bye.
Get yourself checked.
Get you
So, what is...
Kane looks at that note as well.
So, what does the note read?
All right. It says, you open it up and it says, "You better fucking live through this."
Oh.
And, you see there's like a little arrow and it points over to what you didn't notice before was like a little basket on your... Why are my notifications going off? That's weird. Sorry about that. You see...
What's the basket on, Lindy?
I'm
Tell
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. I heard some portal aperture science
What's
things.
in the basket?
And it really threw me off. But, you open the basket and there are a few potions there.
I'm making a note here.
There are 4 potions of greater healing, 2 potions of swift step, and 1 stamina potion, which is the long rest potion.
Okay.
Kane goes over, pops open the stamina potion, and
No.
downs it.
No. I will literally stop you.
I still have
No, because
exhaustion.
you don't, because you've literally
We
just
did
had
just
another...
sleep.
Oh,
and
so
your
I don't have
exhaustion-
any-
Yes.
I'm just like, I watch you just
I
go...
hope you still did.
"What?" I hate you.
Never mind. I thought I still had the 1 point of exhaustion. I'd be like, thank you.
I'd be careful. I do think those are for consumption, at least for us.
Chikoto comes up next to Rogan. What is it for then? Is it? Do you buff it?
You know, you do not boof or butt chug. You see right here. The note. She just
All right.
she left.
Da.
The note. Can I see the note? Give me the note.
As like
Chikoto tries to pick
committed
up the
hands.
note, and it's like, I'm trying to give you note, but I cannot pick up note.
Chikoto can't pick up the note.
I was talking to whoever has the note.
it's
Josh,
Mickey.
you have the note,
Yeah, it's
right?
Mickey.
Yeah, I will hand
Give
you.
me that.
No,
And,
I
it
reach through Chikoto to hand it. To
Right.
Chikoto kind of like looks as if he's giving the note with his hands. He pantomimes it. Thank you, now older, weird.
Thank
Half
you,
elf.
Chikoto, I think. Anyway, it
thank
says right here, I hope you fucking live through this. And then it points to the basket. This is a gift bag of poisoned potions.
I see.
What
So
are you
it is
talking
a
about?
taste of constitution. All right, little
Aye.
lord, you're going to chug all of these, and hopefully you do not die, and then you are true
Don't
king.
listen. No, no.
It's
no,
much
no,
more
no,
likely.
No,
No.
Don't listen to him. No, he's a liar.
It's much more likely that she's given us potions to make sure that we kind of had an understanding a long time ago.
Then she wouldn't have left a note for you.
Yeah,
Not
no,
understanding.
no, we do have an understanding. I made her a promise. Well, I didn't. She threatened me until I agreed to a promise that I wasn't allowed to die by anyone but her.
Oh, so you promised her your hand in marriage.
We don't really.
That's
know.
not how marriage works.
Oh no, that is exactly how it works over in Dramakis. The woman says you're not allowed to die unless it is with me, and then let's go on to the throne room where we going to get married. And then I get to proceed, and I'd be like, you may now kiss her, and hopefully you do not die by anyone's hands but hers.
So you're saying that there's a lot of death involved in marriage in Dramacus.
Oh, yes, especially when necromancers are about. We have to send them out, and then, they come back, and they're not the same after. But it'll be fine.
I hear wedding bells in your future. So.
Oh, really? But I'm dead. Until death do us part. I'm already dead, so we're already going to part. That's kind of rude to
Not dead
wishes.
enough.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go back into the sword. I'll see you guys later. You guys are going to the astral plane, right?
Ethereal Plane.
Ethereal plane. Oh, it is going to be great. I'm going to be able to hug
guess
all of
so.
you, and it's going to be.
Well, in which case,
Will
We
we
better-
be able to hug you?
Yes.
Better be consensual.
Will our
Decided hugs here.
weapons be able to hug you?
I don't think weapons can hug. They do not have any appendages that could wrap around unless it was a whip.
but a whip could.
Theoretically.
I would assume because we are on the same plane of existence. Right now, it's just kind of like I'm calling you long distance from another plane, and I'm transposed on this one.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking too?
Everyone huddles up for a moment, like, yes.
One moment, please. Kane, stay there. Kane, stay there. Kane.
All right,
Say-
I'm just gonna stay here. I hate you, Chikoto.
Everyone else.
Do
meet
not
me over
worry, little
here.
lord. It's going to be great.
If you can meet me over here, everyone else.
And I just go,
Right, so our friend seems to be cursed by a slew of this blade here. They can't die. But what if we were to kill them in their plane? Therefore, we're freeing our good friend Kane from the sword, and then he could just live his life without the annoying spirit people. Huh?
Yes. We should do this for him.
Aye, that's what I said.
Okay, I'm on board with that.
Perfect.
I love it.
Psst, Cass.
Yes. I can hear you.
You on board with this?
I want to kill Vecna.
Yeah, on the way. Get some practicing.
Right. It'll be a little pop-up.
You
Are you
think
talking to the sword?
I
you talking
need
to the sword right now?
practice? You think I'm out of practice?
Are you talking to the sword right now?
You've been
whatever.
buried. I mean, and not buried in flesh like you deserve to be.
You feel like the sword's ignoring you.
Okay, I guess we'll talk about this later.
Mickey.
This is Mickey's next ex-girlfriend.
Right, exactly.
The Sword of Cass.
Today we have Sydney playing the Sword of Cass.
Also, you guys look over, and he's done talking with the Sword of Cass. He kind of turns around. We'll talk about this later. And he looks... His appearance has changed a little.
Oh, fuck.
He looks like really kind of like scrawnier. Like he look like his like build is like gone down, and he's got like the arm flaps and like the flappy flaps. Like he's got
Who's this?
no skin. Mickey.
Mickey. I basically look like I've lost all muscle
Yeah.
instantaneously, like fat bastard at the
Yeah.
end of... Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Will you just talk into the sword, Mickey?
Because the sword can change your appearance whenever it wants.
Uh-oh.
As of his reattuning.
Everything all right?
Yeah, no, just for some reason, I think someone was listening to The Lion King as they drove past. So I just heard, I'm surprised you didn't hear it, but just...
No!
I was like, what the fuck? Okay, right.
Bumping beats.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he looks
so-
really puny now.
Yeah, so not realizing that he looks really fucking puny and strange, he says, okay, then I guess if we've got to go through the Ethereal Plane, let's get a plane shift on. These are the best glasses I own.
All right.
They've got mirrors in the corner so I can see behind
What are you in second
I
grade?
don't know where they came from. I fucking love them.
The dentist. The dentist. Congratulations, you got your filling. Go pick
Go
a prize
get your
out
prize
of
from
the
the
box.
box. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you got those glasses.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So you guys wake up. I'm guessing Mickey's hoarding all the potions.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
hold on because otherwise, like, Kane will just be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm feeling a bit peaky."
The person who's like
Oh,
at
right,
80% health and pops like the mega potion.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, did you really need to pop a mega potion?
yeah, like everyone's a little injured from going through like minor brush and everything like that. Uses mass heal to make sure all of his friends are okay. Like, why?
All right. So you guys walk back to the main culty camp, the secret culty camp. Yeah, Rosie. You notice she was just kind of like eating pocket bacon because she has that still for breakfast.
Yeah.
And
Does she have any pastries?
if she did, there's no evidence of them anymore. She was
Can I
kind of
s-
up before the rest of you guys.
Can I search her for pastries without?
You're
Lucky
gonna give
for
the,
you,
you're
I've
gonna
got-
shake down the kid.
I'm
Yeah.
proficient
Yeah.
in bacon forensics.
Give me an investigation. I almost said
Investigate.
an inspection check. That's not a thing. Investigation.
Introspection.
Introspection.
Give me an introspection check.
Okay. Inspection is.
Roll for introduction.
Investigation. You
Uh,
find a few pastry crumbs. You find no pastries.
Son of a bitch.
She's also just freshly out of pocket bacon. It looks like this was the last of her stores.
Pocket bacon.
Has she been gaining weight during this trip?
She has a little bit, yeah. She's
Okay.
been. She's been.
then again, she's not like getting like chubby. She's just
No,
getting
no.
to, like,
Yeah,
actually-
She
she's
was
just
really skinny before.
Yeah, she was emaciated. Now she's looking like starting to look like a normal kid.
Yeah.
That pink mist starts to come out of
Actually,
Tomb's
you
gauntlet.
look for it
No?
and it's not there.
What?
Yeah.
Zucchini.
Call out for zucchini, and you see freshly pink mist kind of come out from the direction of the
thank God.
culty camp.
I thought Lindy nerfed Tomb in the latest hotfix.
Zucchini, which ones did you kill?
Just kind of like swirls around you a little bit, like.
I suppose it does not matter. All right. Back into the armor. And Zucchini.
Right into your armor. All right, you guys get back to the cultist camp. It takes you guys made sure you were like a good 15-minute walk away. And you notice that they're just dumping some bodies from like the medical tent. And they're like, it's the strangest thing. They're talking amongst each other. It's the strangest thing. Some of them were on the road to recover last night. They woke up all dead. We checked on them last night.
They woke up all dead.
Well, we woke up and they were all dead.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Hate it when that happens.
We were checking on them last night, and well, this one had a bit of bleeding. Yeah, you're guessing Zucchini was attracted to the blood and injuries from the medical tent, and just went and finished him off some infirm people.
I love the idea. Like, we woke up at camp and we're like looking around and we notice the back gate is like slightly ajar. And it's like, oh, Zucchini got out of the yard again.
Because that's what's holding it back. The mist.
Yeah, the mist.
And gates.
It doesn't know how to get
can't open the
wrought
latch.
iron gates.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, you guys get there though, and you see that even though they're dumping out the bodies from the medical tent, they are also packing up supply and gears and stuff. They look like they are about ready to go, and they turn up and you see, yes, the pumpkin splitters. Are you ready to travel to Torvag Baragu?
Yes, did you send that missive to Dramacus?
What? You never asked them to send it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
You guys talked about it, but you never asked them.
I thought Mickey said he goes and he tells.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So they say, well, the way sending works is we actually have to be familiar with the target, and no one knows anyone in Dramacus, but we're doing like a sending train. We're playing. They're playing telephone to try to get your message to Dramacus.
Okay.
We'll see how well it works.
Wonderful. Just as long as it says, youngest brother, working with Vecna, send help. Evil undead army. That's all that needs to be said.
That is the gist of what we put in the message, but
Good.
there's no way for us to really tell if it's arrived there yet. Since it is across the ocean and travel and back is actually extraordinarily rare. So, but are we ready to travel the Ethereal Plane?
I guess so.
Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, they're going to see me, and I'm going to be able to hug all of them. It's going to be great.
Gonna be perfect.
Don't worry. I have great surprise for all of you when I get to see you.
All right.
So do we. I mean, I'm excited and also very nervous about traveling in another plane. I've never done that.
Yeah, I don't think most of you probably have done that. So, they prepare a ritual. They trace out something in the sand of the ground on the shore. They actually see two people doing this. Looks like they're going to take two groups into the ethereal plane. All right, now everyone stand inside the circle, and we will begin the transition. Does everyone stand in the circle?
Kane stands in the circle. I really hope that this isn't just a mass killing spell.
That'd be so good.
Be like, oh, you fell for a trap again. No.
Aha! Just a trap.
Mickey steps in and honestly thinks like it wouldn't be the end of the world if it was. Like, I might die, but at least I
It may,
take you
actually.
with me.
Because Vecna would be alive.
Well, I feel like at the end of this campaign, like Josh said during the pre-show, it's more like the world is doomed if we win, and the world is doomed if we don't. So might as well root for Vecna.
Yeah, like you gotta understand, like if we beat Vecna, there's a chance like we have become very powerful.
That's true.
Who would you rather answer to as overlords?
Yeah,
Just
I'll probably be a
Vecna.
lord of somewhere, and that would probably not be good.
No.
This circle.
The Lord of Poughkeepsie.
Welcome to Poughkeepsie. I don't know why. I've always liked that word. It rolled right off the tongue.
This circle. Can we tell if it appears to be drawn in such a way that it is some sort of planar circle.
I will allow you to make an Arcana or a Religion check.
Okay.
Or an Insight. I would allow an Insight too, because you're kind of trying to gauge their intentions.
Please tell me it's the circle behind you. Please
I
tell
am
me it's the
bad at
circle
all
behind
of those.
I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
I'll do religion.
you. I'm
I'll
gonna
do
do
Arcana
nature.
as well.
All right. Yeah, Mickey, this is some mass planar shifting kind of stuff. It's using up some extraordinarily valuable components.
Okay.
It's transporting a whole lot of you guys through the astral plane. It's gonna work. It's gonna be great. Done. Stupid use cult voodoo magic bullshit. Yeah. Can't trust those shifty bastards. And the other two, you guys are like, it looks magical.
Mickey, to reassure the party, turns around and assures them that this be that dank planar travel shit. This be that primo kushti. All good.
Yes, but Mickey, aren't you a cultist now too?
Yes! Yes, I am! Mickey just sighs like, look, this is gonna work, or it's not, and you'll probably be dead before you even realize. And go!
Just to be clear, cultists, once we are in the ethereal plane, we are in
You should
charge.
address them all as cultists.
Yeah. Listen here, shit heels.
Perfect.
Tomb?
Potatoes, once we are in the ethereal plane, we are in charge.
It took me a second to realize you were addressing them as potatoes. I thought you just lost your train of thought and was just like, potatoes.
Well, let's do
Potatoes.
No, it makes sense. One root vegetable. Potatoes are clearly a lesser root vegetable compared to a pumpkin. So I
It's
mean, I
true.
think that
It's
makes sense.
true.
Well, a pumpkin's a gourd.
Yeah, it is a gourd, and it
Okay,
grows in the
all
vine.
right. Well,
But
Well,
we'll not
I guess
get
that
in the...
makes me
yeah,
gorgeous.
but
Gorgeous.
Vecna is a demigod, isn't he?
He is a demigod. It's
It's
true.
Okay.
You are correct, sir. I lost my pencil. Just use a pen. They're like, yes, we are providing the means of travel. You all seem to be the most educated on the current Vecna situation, so you will be leading the expedition. We are
That's good
providing
enough
our
for Tomb.
assistance and help, because I don't think any of us want to see Vecna rise to become whatever it is he wants. All
I
right.
just want my friends back.
Remember that? Remember that? Everyone in chat and everybody in the party. That was our reason for this, and the whole
Like you see, like a couple cultists
They're
kind of
dead.
like look at you like, aw, like he's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember the first episode?
First couple episodes.
Right.
So you guys step into the rings. They kind of light up with a sickly yellowish glow, and everything kind of like your vision goes super blurry, and you feel like you're on like a what's this thing, like those kids' toys where like you're on one side and your friend's on the other, and it's like like a bouncy ball on the bottom, and you kind of like waver back and forth. You feel like you're on one of those. You're like, whoa, and then your vision clears.
Teeter-totter?
Not a teeter-totter. It's like a circle thing. I don't know. I had it in my head as a kid.
A circle jerk.
It's a weird.
That's it. That's
Yep,
what it's called.
definitely it.
Kid's toy.
And you guys, your vision clears again, and it's like you're in the same spot you were, but everything looks different. Everything kind of has a purplish, grayish hue to it, and you see standing around Zippy, all trying to be in on the circle, is like a ton of ghost guys.
Just a legion of spirits. There's like 2 giant ones that are like actual giants, and they kind of like twiddle their fingers. There's like a bunch of like nameless, faceless ones that are just like, oh boy, it's like a family reunion. And then Chikota's like, my friends, thank you for coming all the way to the ethereal plane. How are you?
Fine.
I'm waiting for Rogan to like that bit in The Hobbit where they shout out all the dwarven like shield formations. Hark metal!
That's it.
And you also notice that when you move way faster. It's like you take a step and you move like 10, 20 feet.
Oh, do not worry, little friends. What you got to do is, you know how you normally walk? You want to walk like 10 times slower so you can get that nice little pace. Watch Chikoto. And Chikoto just starts slowly moving. And then all of a sudden,
Oh, I have music for this. You always are in the ethereal plane now. I remember music.
Is there an effect I can do that makes me in the ethereal plane?
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I there. Oh, hello.
How's this?
Oh.
my God.
There we are.
I really should have played
I'm in
with
the
the banana
ethereal
mixer thing.
plane.
All right, I feel like this is too much. Let me like kick back off of my FX mixer a little bit. How's this? Still legible?
That's
Mhm.
still.
Can't hear you.
You sound like you.
You sound
Really?
like, yeah.
If I do this,
There you go.
Whoa.
okay. There's just a little bit of mixing.
Whoa, that's intense.
Okay, let me back off of it then.
Sound like you're in a well.
Yeah.
Woof, woof. What's that? Zippy fell down a well?
Zippy fell down the well again.
There we go. How about that? Testing?
Yeah.
Th-
You
okay,
like
let's
a slight
see.
echo.
Mine's different than yours.
It is.
weird.
The ethereal plane affects everyone differently, it would seem.
Everyone differently.
I can just put on
different.
phaser.
I.
There we go.
Echo's weird. Hello.
All right.
I don't know.
And you see the
Lindy,
cultists
do you
are.
remember when you had a channel and a show to run and stuff? No, fuck you.
And then we're just
Me neither.
we're just fucking around.
Reverb.
The ethereal plane, it's just messes with people. It's all cool. It's all good. If
Sure.
I had thought
I'm
about
gonna
it, I would have
mute.
tried to do something. But the cultists, you see them, they're like, we need to go this direction. There are a lot. You have a lot of spirits with you. Like a lot.
Yes.
Mickey nods, like pats his bag full of alcohol.
They are mine, and he kind of like hoists his great sword off of his back. They come from this. This has a unique connection to the ethereal plane.
All right. Well, shall we be off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And
please.
They start just walking at a normal pace. It looks like they're walking at a normal pace, but they're moving like with each step. It's like, again, each step's 10 to 20 feet. So it looks really
silly.
weird. And you can actually walk through certain objects. You can't interact with things like you could. It's real trippy.
When they start to get ahead of the party, Tomb will approach Kane and kind of put a gauntlet on his shoulder, and some worms crawl out. Kane, how much
Yes.
do you know about the ethereal plane?
Your worms here actually look less
Butterflies.
like worms and
Inchworms.
more like dark tendrils that kind of curl up. Like they start off crawling out like worms, but then they wisp up.
Like a dried worm on concrete.
Yeah, kind of like that. But they turn into like blackish, greenish
Right.
smoke.
I think he
and-
gets a childish look on his face, and like it's like he's playing with bubbles.
Uh-huh.
He's poking at him and swirling him around.
And if you pop a bubble, you hear like a little kiss, kiss, kiss.
Anyways, Kane, what do you know about the ethereal plane and people who die here? Are there
It's-
souls up for grab for pumpkin?
Well, there's a lot of debate about it. You know, some people believe that these spirits in the ethereal plane are just echoes of one's past self, and their true soul moves on to whatever afterlife that they believe in. And these are just mere after images. Like if you run really fast or if you see a speeding arrow, you're not actually seeing the arrow, you're seeing a bunch of after images layered on top of each other. But other people believe, yes, when you die, your soul goes to the ethereal plane, and these are, in fact, the souls of my ancestors that have died. And I can see why they died, especially Chikoto. Chikoto's just sitting there, and he's like dancing, and he's like getting the hype up as there's like this giant procession going through the ethereal plane, just around these 4 mortals. And
what if we had your friends here murder all of the cultists of Use right before we leave the ethereal plane?
well, I think we could actually trap them here in the ethereal plane.
Go on.
Well, we would have to find a way to disrupt their magics, and I feel like this is more like a doorway. So as soon as we get on the other side of the doorway and we kick them into the plane, the doorway will close, and unless somebody knows their exact location within the ethereal plane, they would be trapped.
Something to consider.
I mean, we could kill them here in the ethereal plane, and their bodies aren't technically out in reality, so they wouldn't be really feeding Vecna.
Aren't we in a reality right now anyway? As you kind of like notice that Rogan is kind of having a bad trip.
he's sitting there with his pipe, but that pipe tobacco doesn't smell like normal pipe tobacco. It smells like
Right.
some of that dank gnome kush from the sauna. He's just sitting there.
If you play with
No,
your
he
pipe of
just-
smoke monsters here, they look more
Nice.
ghost-like,
Oh,
and they don't
damn.
dissipate like they normally
Right,
do.
they just kind of stick around.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
like-
I'm
I
gonna
like
do
that
that, but
appear
like,
and then wander off.
but you still see that he's very much like having a bad trip. Like everything is just like, if you walk up to him, he's like, oh, okay, all right. He's just like everything. He's very nervous about everything. He's never been in a separate plane besides the material plane.
And the
He
ethereal
thinks
plane's a
he is
weird one.
Right. He like has thought of himself as a master of the forest and a master of the material plane, and of course treading and walking through and locations and survival of such plane, but never realized how important the fact of him being in the material plane was to affect his way of life, his way of thinking. So now when he's here, he has literally no bearings of any of his skills because he doesn't know how reality works here.
The ethereal
And that's why
plane
he's just like,
is basically
super
like what happens
freaked
when Frodo puts on the ring, right? We're just seeing
yeah, it's very similar. You're seeing like shadows of the world,
yeah.
and you can't really interact with it. Certain things you can interact with, and certain things you can't. But the rules in that are kind of
and that's what throws him off.
depends. Yeah.
He doesn't know what actually is terrain, what actually is an obstacle,
Mm-hmm.
and that's hard for him because being a dwarf, he's very
and
much.
you do see
"This
other
is the
kind
way."
of odd things in the distance because you can see a lot further in the ethereal
Yeah.
plane because your vision isn't obscured by normal things.
Could be a monster, could be a dead monster. Could
yeah,
be
you
anything,
see like other
but-
spirits
yeah.
kind of drifting. You see weird motes of light that blink, all sorts
Yeah,
of
he's just freaking out.
odd things.
And
all the colors are weird. Like everything's muted. That would be in the
Right.
material plane. It's all like grayish purple, in the sky. Like everything's kind of the same weird hue. But you look up and you don't see like a border to the sky. Like, you see kind of like some stars in the distance, and it's real trippy.
Right.
Rogan feels a stumpy little hand on his shoulder, and if he looks over, he sees a dwarf dressed in the same garb as all the other ancestral spirits that come from Nezamak. Hello? You having a bad trip there, mate?
What do you mean? I just, this is very odd. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to, I don't like, look at this.
And they're like, I just pass my hand through a table.
Oh, you oh,
But
don't,
what's this?
And then I pick up like a glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
And it's
don't,
like,
I don't understand how it all works.
it's all about density, right? So the denser the thing, the less you can interact with it. So, like, water, you could just lift that up, no problem. But tables, they're a little bit denser, so your hand just goes through them. You're going to have to get really angry to move things. That's why, like, vengeful spirits can move things.
Right, so what you're saying is Rogan's in trouble.
Rogan is trouble. I don't think Rogan is in trouble. You're with me, mate. Hi,
Well,
my
of
name
course
is
he's in
Dagon.
trouble. You said that anything that's dense struggles to move things. He's going to be stuck here.
Oh, excuse me. Is that because he's a dwarf?
I don't get it.
I think he's making a jab that
What does him being a dwarf have to do with it?
most people think that we dwarves are dense, but we're not. We're actually
That's
very
racist.
malleable.
That's racist.
It's just all right if I say it, not if
No,
you say
it's
it.
not. No, it's. Rogan, are you comfortable hanging around with a racist?
He looks around to the party and goes, I really don't know. I mean, I guess there's worse things. I could hang out with murderers.
Anyways, my name is Dagon. I was a lithromancer. I used to be an emperor. Yeah. That's why we're
Let me
all
guess.
here.
That's an emperor. That's an emperor. Chikoto's an emperor.
Funny thing, Chikoto, for being such
That guy's an emperor.
a lummox, he's actually one of the best emperors. Next to Darius Rothelon the First. But I was one right after Xiomedes. My name is Dagon the Second. I was the second emperor of Jamarcus.
Can one do arts and crafts in the ethereal plane?
Of course. What kind of arts and crafts do you want?
I find making vases out of clay is a very calming experience.
I used to do that with a lady named Demi Moore, but she didn't really appreciate it as much as Emperor Swayze. After Emperor Swayze kind of moved on, we had no one to fill that void. So I tried to put my big dwarvish arms around her, and she just was like, "No, you feel like Danny DeVito."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry.
I don't either.
He's a hero of one of the great stories of old, like Kevin Bacon.
What?
Oh,
Bacon!
I've.
Rosie
met,
is like, you have
Mr.
her full
Bacon.
attention now. She's like, Bacon?
Yes, he's a.
Did you make a ghost reference in a ghost realm about lithromancy? That was a hell of a reference there. That was a very good reference, talking about lithromancy, molding clay, and then also making references to ghosts in the ethereal plane. Well done, well done.
And Kevin Bacon is like a wonderful. He's a wonderful baconmancer. He casts bacon as spells.
You lost me.
I want to be a bacon mancer.
Well, you're gonna have to study very hard and stuff. Maybe go to Greyhawk Academy. Which one's your father? Kane kind of points over at Nikki. Oh, you need to enroll her. Get her started right.
What?
Gotta enroll her in academy so she can be a making mancer.
Okay, buddy.
Well, Vecna's not going to kill himself, so...
Oh, you guys are going after Vecna. All right. Oh, here. I think I got something on here for you. Nope, I don't. All right. Catch you later.
Okay.
The most helpful ghost.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, I
Well,
have
it did
actually
help.
one.
If we get really mad, we can push stuff, which is cool.
I actually do have one thing, and he goes in his beard and he
Holds up a
pulls
middle
out
finger.
an arrow tip, and he's like, here you go. here it is. And he pulls out an arrow tip, and he's like, I forgot. Here you go. There's your tip. And he gives everyone a little ethereal arrow tip. These are the arrows that
I
pierced
thought
him
it
and
was
killed him.
going to be a different kind of tip, and I'm relieved.
You're 8.
Yeah.
You're young. Who's teaching about that kind of tip?
The ladies at the docks.
Looks over at Mickey. You're her father.
No, I'm not.
Why are you teaching her? She is going to grow up to be a beautiful young lady, and she needs to be protected from that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We just complain about not getting money tips.
I gave her a rapier.
Did.
Give her. Do you even know how to use it?
Oh, she's going to be practicing sparring with a couple of us.
Oh, right. Did you know that Darius Ruffalo, Senior over there? He's actually really good at fighting.
And you guys are like walking along. You guys feel like you're already miles away from Verbabonk at this point. It's
That's it.
really
Verbabonk.
trippy.
Kane
Oh, no.
reaches-
Osnabrück.
What was the problem?
Osnabrück, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you guys left Osnabrück, went back to Verbabonk, went down a little bit away from Verbabonk.
Where are we going
And-
now?
We're going to Torvag
Torvag Baragu.
That's it. Okay.
Torvag.
Torvag Baragu. Kane kind of like grabs the ethereal dwarf's
Point
beard
back
and
barely
like
down.
flings him behind him. Sorry about that. Dagon hasn't. I haven't called him Dagon in a while.
Now that we're all together, do we think we are going to need these cultists of Use once we get through the ethereal plane?
No. Did you want to? Did you want to kill them?
Murder them all, yes, in the ethereal plane so that Vecna cannot become stronger.
I can do that.
But I don't want you to get hurt. Can you send can your spirits do it for us?
Kane like whistles, and then like 4 of the kind of assassin-like spirits without eyelids or like their lips are sewn shut kind of deal show up, and they pull out
What the fuck?
like their daggers, and he kind of just points at the cultists.
We should have a special word, like what we have for Rogan.
Okay.
Moron.
I feel like we
That
use
word
that one
gets
too
said
much.
too often.
Chowder. And then like all the assassins are like,
Chowder. Chowder means death. Okay.
All right. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. It's not coming out. Okay, so you guys.
Chowder.
In
Poughkeepsie!
the ethereal plane, it's always a feeling if you have to sneeze.
Oh man, that would be
you got.
awful. That would be the worst. I feel like that's one of the levels of hell. Maybe
Yeah,
one of
that
the
would be
crazy
bad.
levels of the abyss. Who knows?
The 7th level of hell where you can't ever
Sneeze.
sneeze.
But you always feel like you have to. Ah,
Yeah.
that'd be awful. But you guys travel along for most of the day. Kane, you are basically bombarded with love and attention from your ancestors the entire time.
please go away.
Mm.
Please,
Please go
back
away.
back into the sword. Back
Kane,
They
into the sword.
they can't go
Okay.
back into the sword here.
As I start like brushing and like reaching for my gun.
just say the word
I don't think you
and get them
understand.
in the line.
Get them
There-
in the line.
there-
Get them in
there's-
the line.
There's about 50,000 generations of emperors.
It's a very simple thing. It's one small squeeze of a trigger, and then you'll be free.
I don't think you understand. It's not the spirits that haunt me. It's this sword.
Wow, that was almost deep.
Oh,
If you kill them here, who knows what will happen? But if you destroy the sword, Tramachus will be free. I will be free.
why did you say that like 3 episodes ago? We could have had a side quest.
Could have been a side quest.
When we had time.
But I need the sword to
Right.
kill Vecna. Don't you
Why
understand
we
the
didn't have to have
dilemma?
that orgy? We could have been like at a dwarven forest somewhere.
Mickey shakes his head like, no.
No, that was happening. So you guys travel for most of the first day, and then the cultists kind of stop, and they, you notice that you don't even know where you are. You're far away from Verpabunk. You've traveled hundreds of miles And there's like a nice little alcove of trees. It's like a forest. And they go, we will be transitioning back to the material plane here so that we may regenerate our magics and continue on for the next 2 days.
Oh, cool. So they're calling it a day.
Yeah, you see like the people who are concentrating on it. They all look pretty drained. They
So
said it was like 3 days
We're
of.
not staying here. Because I thought we were gonna have to sleep here.
No, you don't. You're not gonna sleep in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
You guys transition back to the material plane.
Imagine if like you rolled over
the
in your
rests.
sleep and you ended up like 5 kilometers from the party.
Yeah.
So,
no.
how far away from Torvag Baragu are we?
2 more days of travel via ethereal plane.
How many days via foot?
Well, it's a 50-day journey by foot originally, and you're a third of the way there.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to rest then.
Yeah. Figured if you guys do it, you'll probably do it right before reaching
Yeah.
the place. So, you guys come out, and they start bringing out the packs that they've brought with rations and stuff. They set up some tents. They did cook fire started, and Rosie's just watching them intently. Like, don't burn the bacon. And she's just very intent on watching you all. Are you guys just gonna chill out with the cultists, or you're gonna make up your own camp a little bit a distance away?
I say we get away from these douchebags for a little bit.
Yeah, Tomb would definitely not sleep with the cultists.
Okay, so you guys, like, it's a fairly large clearing. You guys, like, they're on one side, and you guys can camp away, have your own little section on the other side of the clearing. That way you can keep an eye on them, but also you're way out of earshot. Okay, so you guys camp for the evening, and Rosie stuffs herself with bacon. She totally takes it all from their supplies because she doesn't want to drain her personal bacon stores, aka you guys' rations. And during the night, because of your voyage to the ethereal plane, you each have a dream. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, Zippy. You are in your sleep. You're dreaming. Your dream kind of looks very similar to the ethereal plane. And you're there, and you're chilling with all your spirits. And it looks like they're having a meeting. It looks like they've set up like a spiritual table. They've got like spiritual cups of coffee. They're all like gathered around like a boardroom meeting table. It's some of the most esteemed spirits that you have. And you kind of like enter, and they'll kind of turn and look at you. Oh, little lord, you are here.
Oh God, why am I here?
We were just planning for the big fight against evil Vecna. Or Pumpkin.
Ah, yes, wonderful. And what did you happen to come up with?
Well, we believe that we will be able to help you, my little lord. These cultists, they seem to be able to travel between planes. We will have some of our spies hang out with them and see if we can figure out a ritual we can cast to make us more corporeal on your plane, to be of greater aid to Vecna. And we really don't have to worry about killing us, because if he kills us, we just go back into Sword.
But did you just say you're going to aid
Reskin the
Vecna?
help.
No, aid you against Vecna.
Oh, you just
Hey,
all right.
You straight up said.
That is the DM not having enough tea this morning.
Oh,
We need
all
more
right.
ethereal coffee, and you see like someone
I
else
was
comes
go-
by and fills up ethereal cups of coffee.
And like an intern ghost comes in.
Yeah,
with
an
loads
intern
of
ghost
really
comes in with more coffee.
Because
I'm not a real ghost.
I was going to
just an
banish you
intern.
back to the dark corners of the sword, and he points towards this dark corner, and there's this one spirit, and he's like, "Are you calling on me, Lord?" No. Oh. And he kind of like creeps back into the shadows.
But we believe that since message to Dramakis is not guaranteed, that we could help you, little lord.
Wonderful.
Might put some of us at slight risk, but He is
Wait a
very
minute.
evil. We should stop him.
All right. Well, if his candor doesn't show, then we will see about making you corporeal.
Excellent, little lord. We knew you would love this idea. He slaps you on the back.
All right.
Here, have
you.
delicious drink.
I'm not drinking anything that you've been touching.
The intern just brought it in. He's fine.
You also decided to smash Ghibli bits with Mickey and his ex-girlfriend.
Ah, come now,
All
little
night.
lord. Even we get bored sometimes here in the sword. You really need to let us out more often.
I didn't want you at all. But all right, fine. I will drink.
Alright, it's actually
You
pretty
drink
good.
first.
Yeah, he takes a big old swig.
Sips it. I don't even
It's
know
pretty
how I
good.
could be poisoned by my dreams.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Probably no magic.
It's like spiced coffee. Yeah, like a hint of like clove and cinnamon.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I guess that's all you need from me. I'm just going to,
Yes, we
To
will
wake
hash
up
out
now.
the details of our battle plan. You can just go back to your regular dreams, little lord.
well, he kind of like pulls out, his sword and he kind of impales himself on it. And then he's like, "You can't die in dreams. You just wake up."
You just sit there like, ugh. Oh, little lord. He kind
gonna
of
wake up
pulls
in
it
the
out, and he puts it back in your hand. And he goes, "That is not how it works." And he kind of just boops you on the nose, and then boop, you're back into your regular dream that you were having. But you feel like your gut really hurts.
Why did that hurt so bad?
All right, who's next?
We're sleeping.
Yeah, for dreams, fun dream sequences in their sleep.
Okay. All right. Do me.
Do me?
Do
All
me.
right. Do me. Me next. Me next. I know. I love the enthusiasm you all have about this.
Do me.
So,
No, I'm in. I'm just waiting my turn.
okay. Well, we'll do with Mickey next since he's just so enthusiastic. All right. You in your dream. You don't remember what led up to this, but you wake up and one of your exes is next to you.
Who?
It is Karma, Lacey Karma. Oh, hey, Mickey.
Check myself over. Like,
You feel fine.
okay. Yeah, that's always worrying.
Yeah.
Lacey,
Hi.
you're
I grew a little
Hi.
concerned when you weren't on this plane anymore, but it's all right. I found you.
Golly.
is she casting Dream? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, like yeah. It's how are you?
Oh, classes are going all right. Everything's really busy, but you worried me, Mickey.
Feeling a bit of dream paralysis coming on. That's got nothing to do with you, right?
Oh no, definitely. I can't. Well, I would never hurt you, Mickey.
Mickey's like trying to move and just like,
Yeah, you can move.
okay, all right. So, what is it that you
Oh,
want?
well, I just had to make sure you were still alive and, not dead, because you weren't on this plane anymore. Then I figured out you were in the Ethereal Plane, and now I'm here. So, how's, do you know where Vecna is? You know what he's up to? How's Pumpkin? How's it going? How's stuff doing?
Well, we've...
Something about you's different. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, I dyed my hair. So I got like silver streaks, like looks haggard, like has like a grayed beard. He's just like
Yeah, you look normal in your dream. You don't look like the
Oh.
super weakened, emaciated. You still have like the gray streaks and you're older,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're not at the sword's bedside right now.
yeah, and I dyed my hair. some frosted tips.
I don't think you dyed it. It looks pretty genuine. How did you get older? Is this quest making you age? Are you getting gray hair? Is this what?
Because I don't find that attractive.
Who did this to you? I mean, it looks great, and any look looks great on you, Mickey. But who did this?
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, I'm starting to look more and more like your dad. Of course, you're okay with that. It's just, yeah. So, I had to make a deal with someone, and
What kind of a deal?
not a great deal. I came to inherit something that was damaging the rest of the party, and well, I had to do something about it. And because I'm selfless and kind and caring and compassionate,
All of those things, yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's less fun when you agree with me.
You're the best, Mickey. That's why we'll be together forever.
No, I've got nothing. So we so yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, I think he goes for like, him and Kane probably have the same technique. He like reaches for a blade, and it's just like, so I gotta be going now. Like, puts the blade up. He's like, yeah, I gotta run.
That's not how this works, Mickey. She's just gonna. Whoop.
You
Look,
can't escape me, Mickey.
What? But don't worry. I'll always be able to find you.
yeah, you kind of you need to tell me how you're doing this, okay?
It's just. We have a very special connection, Mickey. She kind of
And
just
where
pats
does
her
that-
necklace that she
Yeah,
has
where does that connection connect?
Mickey, we will always be connected by our love for each other. Now, I'm glad that you're alive, and good luck killing Vecna. I'll be checking in on you later. Let me know how it goes. Don't worry, if anything happens to you, they're gonna pay. And she kind of just gives you a little peck, and then you come out of it.
Just want to be left alone.
All right, Rogan.
Aye.
You're dreaming, and you actually wake up from your sleep because Pebble is it's out of its sphere. Pebble is like
hell?
woke up and it walked over you like a cat does in the middle of the night, and then
Perfect.
starts
Oh my
walking
God, I
off into
love
the
that.
woods.
Into the ethereal woods.
No, you're actually awake on the material plane right now.
Oh, what the fuck? All right.
Pebble.
Kind of turns around, like squeaks at you, and then kind of continues on.
Hey, come on. Back to bed. Come on. There we go.
No, it keeps going into the forest.
It just walks like a happy owl. Oh my god, it's adorable.
All right.
And I like look back at the party who are probably still sleeping.
They're all sleeping.
And just like
Kane
doing
is like. You see, there's like this little puddle of red on his, like there's like a red spot on his blanket, and Mickey is. Oh no, Mickey is in the ethereal right now.
Yeah, you're gone.
He's gone.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't me.
The backstory here, chat, is moments before we went live, Zippy decided to switch the camera into a different spot, which turned out to be a lot of work. I think we look great. I think just keep it like this.
Definitely. It's so weird. Don's like cut between screens. All right. Well, I think he was just done. He was like, I can't anymore.
Yeah. You
I broke him.
you
Blame Kiana. It was her character
triggered something
concept.
there.
All right, so I have a picture of Mickey for this situation. Sleepy Mickey. Bring that up to the top here. Where does that? Boom. Perfect. Beautiful. At one time he was asleep. Boom. We're back. We're good. All right.
Everything's all good?
Everything's good. We're good. We're in
All right,
boxes.
so, nice.
Yeah,
Which will
Kane's
last
kinda
for
like-
30 seconds.
He's just got this big, like, red spot on his blanket. Mickey's tossing and turning. He's, like feeling all over himself. And, can't see what Tomb's doing. He's just motionless. He's kinda got, like, his arms. Yeah.
Okay.
And Rosie
I,
is, curled up, like, at Tomb's feet, like a cat.
Yeah, I look back at them and then I go, all right, and I'm not worried about going into the woods at night or anything. It's what I've done like my whole life. So I just kind of, you know, as if it was my cat, I'm trying to lure my cat from going outside for the first time back into the house. Is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to
Come on. All right, let's go. Yeah, man, Pebble. It's fine. Everything's... Come on, there we go. Here we are.
and I try to like pick up long blades of grass and try to like dangle it as if it was like a worm, and like maybe Pebble's interested, but Pebble continues doing whatever Pebble's intentions are.
Yeah.
here.
Pebble
Yeah.
kind of like turns around and then, like as if it hears something, goes further into the woods.
I also look in that direction because I also have keen hearing. Now,
Yeah.
I also just like I usually take my my cues off of the sensitive what would pass as eardrums from Pebble.
Yeah. Make
for
me
this
like
very
a
reason.
survival or a perception. check.
Perfect. 15.
15.
Did you say an advantage?
Oh yeah, because you got Pebble helping you out. Sure, I'll allow that.
Okay, 26.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, you definitely hear what almost sounds like a humming coming from inside the forest.
What kind of humming? Are we talking baritone, bass, alto, harmonizing, tritone? What's going on?
It sounds almost like an alto soprano humming.
Any sort of tune or just
There's
like
a
note?
definite tune to it.
Okay. All right, so it is someone singing, not just like weird. ambient
Yeah, no, it's
magic.
like as
Okay.
if you hear someone humming.
Okay. I slow my pacing into, I guess, a stealth mode as I try to approach whatever it is, but also still try not to disturb them, but also trying
Yeah.
to get Pebble, because Pebble could.
And you don't think
scare
it's one
them.
of the cultists
if no
because
one's
you've
ever
heard them
seen
all
Pebble.
talk and they don't sound like.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a stealth check. Let's just see how sneaky
Sure.
you can be about this.
Thinking that sneaky. No, 14.
Sneaky. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's see. And use Le Grand dice.
I bet you voice. I think you downloaded Voice Meter, and then it probably restarted his computer without him meaning to.
Sorry, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. So you go through pretty sneaky, and you see there's like this little spring up ahead, and Pebble like waddles up to it, and you see at this spring what appears to be a nymph. You've never seen one before,
Oh, mama.
but you've heard of them. You've heard of sometimes where planar lines are weaker between like ethereal or especially the Feywild, that sometimes these kinds of creatures come through. And you see Pebble just like walking on up as she's kind of like brushing, combing through her hair. Yeah. At the spring.
Is she using a dingle hopper, or is she using a...
Not quite a dingle hopper. It looks like she's combing through with her fingers.
Oh, okay.
She's gorgeous.
guess-
She's very pretty.
Yeah, at this point, I kind of like my defenses are gone as I've like trying to sneak through, and I'm just like,
Hello there.
See her head tilt, And she goes, "Oh, hello," and she kind of looks around. Is this yours? And she kind of pats Pebble on the head.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, that's mine. And now I'm like, yeah, it's I made it myself.
This is the strangest bird I've ever seen. She's kind of holding them up.
Well, thank you. It's made of a stone, various bits of leather, as well as a bit of stretched hide as well for the wings there. I tried my best to study many, the birds, vultures, and in my time during, of course, when I would be out in the wild, feeding for myself. I would study, of course, the corpses. I would cook, and of course, birds. And I'm not talking people. That would be weird. But I would. I'm not a murderer. So in this, I studied. In that study, I tried to use my. I tried to be. I'm good with my hands. So I made this. This is Pebble. Pebble, say hi.
I've never seen a stone bird before. You must be an incredibly skilled craftsman.
And he blushes.
You say you're
Kicks the dirt.
in the woods often. I've never seen you in these woods before.
I don't think I've been in this area before, but I may have passed on by. But usually,
Well, please, pardon my manners. Would you care for a drink from the spring?
I'm a bit parched. I will, sure.
And he kind of approaches.
I'm the guardian of this spring. It is, not many mortals stumble upon it, so you must be quite special.
I know I'm no average Jew. Rogan, by the way.
As I hold out my stubby hand.
Mivia. She kind of
Nivea.
gives a little inclination of her head. Oh, and we've got a Josh
Give
back.
a gray screen. There he is.
Wonderful.
Just
Welcome back, Josh.
play musical chairs real quick. I had a picture of you up, so we weren't Joshless, but
You want Josh's?
we weren't Joshless.
You gotta be Josh and me.
Saw that coming.
Was it a good picture of me?
It was Mickey's picture.
When are they?
That's not Mickey. That's not me. That's Mickey. Shut up.
That's not me, it's Mickey. Come on, guys.
Learn the difference.
Rogan's meeting a nymph.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
gonna be a nymphro.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be
A nymph, bro.
A nymph bro.
Boom. I got us back. I'm getting faster at this.
Oh, maniac.
Nymphomania.
really?
Oh. Yeah. So she kind of gives you a slight, little nod of her head. Do you drink from the spring?
Ja.
Cha. Okay.
Ja.
Ja. You
I'm
feel.
thirsty.
Yeah. This is the most delicious water you've ever tasted. It is clean. It's fresh. It almost has like a slight floral taste to it. But you feel like maybe it's
Hey, selfish.
magical. Like you feel like it's affecting you in some way.
Perfect. What is there? I think there is maybe some sort of algae or mushroom upstream that is contaminating the flavor of this clear water.
Oh no, it just, those who drink from the spring receive the boon of the forest.
Pardon?
The boon of the forest. That is why I'm the guardian. Only those who appear worthy are allowed to drink from it.
Ah, well, thank you.
As he's trying to play along.
I will accept this boon of the forest.
Yes, you seem like...
What does that mean?
What does that mean? You feel a lot faster, Rogan, as if
Perfect.
your walking speed is increased by 30 feet. And
Jesus.
you can use a bonus action to take the dash or disengage action, but once you do so, you can't do it until you finish a short rest. So once per short rest, you can bonus
Okay.
action dash or disengage, but your base speed increases by 30 feet. Now the fastest
Wow.
dwarf alive.
What?
Yeah. 55 speed.
Yeah.
Wow. And okay. Could you mind if I just?
Why is
And
this?
I like take out a small water skin
Oh,
as I
well,
try to fill it.
you notice that, like, it fills. She's like, you may take water. It will taste just as refreshing, but you only receive the boon of the forest if you drink from the spring itself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Sure.
She still fills it up.
Yeah, so she's like, so tell me more about yourself.
Well. Oh boy. What is it?
Great adventurer.
Yeah. You're not wrong there. I'm a bit of a milliner. Not many people know that. Yeah, milliner. It's hat making. I have this small hat that I wear, and when I wear it, I could change fur, which is always fun.
Ooh, sounds like quite an impressive hat.
Hi, would you like to see it?
I'd love to.
Okay, all right, I'll be right back.
And I like scurry off to the campsite.
You're real fast. It doesn't take you long.
Oh my god. You're right. And then I grab it and then I sprint back. I don't know if she's going to be there or not.
Give me another
but-
survival check. See if you can
All
find
right.
your way back.
Oh, right. That would suck.
What shit? Where is my love?
With advantage, because... Yep, because you got Pebble there. Yep, you're able to find your way back.
Okay. And
got your
yeah,
hat
I
on.
take out the stupid looking triangle folded, or 2 bits of leather,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it on my head and I turn into a very hulking man
Okay.
with a long dwarven beard and like a very well-groomed beard and stash, and I'm
So
just,
you're like
I
Hulk,
happen to be
Hulk,
shirtless.
Hulk Rogan?
Yeah. I am. Yeah, I am a Hulk Rogan, and and then I'm like, and then it's still Rogan's voice.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So look at that. How's
Oh,
that?
my
And then like I start
goodness.
dancing with my pecs.
Huh?
Give me, just for shits and giggles, because I think this is hilarious. Roll me like a persuasion or performance check.
They're both pretty bad. 3.
3.
So it's just me going.
Illusion. She seems both amused. More amused than impressed by this, but she's definitely giggling, and when she kind of giggles, it sounds almost like little bells chiming. She's like, well, I love your hat. I only know how to make flower crowns myself. Would you mind if I made you one? And you see she's already like halfway through making one for herself. She's got them like all in her hair.
Right.
I would like that.
All right. So she makes you like a flower crown because you already have a hat for your head. She basically
Right.
weaves some flowers into your beard.
Flowers into my beard. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They smell very, very
like, yeah.
nice.
It's like putty in her hands at this point. She's just like, and he's like,
She says, well, it is very lovely meeting you, Rogan. Are you going to be in this part of the woods for a while?
Well, I was just passing on through.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, if you're ever this way again, I would love if you stopped by my spring.
All right, will do.
and I like look around, try to mark the area
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
mentally,
Perfect. All right.
and then he kind of just like awkwardly.
I'm gonna go now. Me and Pebble are gonna.
Well, it was lovely meeting you. And she kind of picks up Pebble and she gives him a little kiss on his little bird head. And then she goes over to you and she gives you a little kiss as well.
What?
I kind of picture it as he faints and then wakes up moments later and she's not there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And the spring's not there either.
Right? Yeah.
Perfect.
And then I'm like, what? The?
But
then I
Pebble's just like
realize-
sitting on your chest.
Yeah, like a cat would.
Yeah, looking at you.
With the canvas wings out. Yeah. And then like I'm worried for a moment, and then I realized that the location and the mental milestones, I guess, nearby, and the mental cues of where I am, triggered the fact that I am same place, and then I'm just a few feet over through the brush as the campsite, and then try to fall back asleep.
Okay, you try to fall back asleep. And we're gonna have one last dream before our break, and that's gonna be Tomb. Tomb. You are in your dream, and you appear to be in a desert cave. You are working with pottery.
He's destroying it. He's really bad at it.
It's really bad at it. You're really bad at it. But as you do, you're working with it and you're kind of just crumbling it, because that's what I imagine. It's just like everything else.
His chain gauntlets.
Worms.
Yeah, he still has his gauntlets on.
Worms come out from your sleeve, and they start weaving through the pottery, making it twisted and filled with holes. It eventually becomes, even though you're mashing it, the worms seem to kind of be guiding your gauntleted hands, and it becomes a cup. And the cup is, through the top, riddled with little worm holes. The bottom, though, is still solid. And it instantly hardens as soon as it's done.
Well, that went well.
That's the best time you've ever had out of anything crafting, arts and craftsy.
He puts it down very carefully, afraid that he's going to immediately shatter it.
As you set it down, you notice it's filled with liquid.
What, is it clear liquid?
It's kind of greenish.
So
it's like if apple juice was green. Like pickle juice, I guess. Looks kind of like
Yummy.
pickle juice.
But that's actually what Tomb thinks. This liquid looks familiar to him, and he'll pull up his mask and take it off, and again expose his humanoid face, but with snake eyes and patches of scales on his cheek. And he'll pick up the cup and kind of look around. My lord.
You see some of your worms that had fallen to the ground. They kind of all slowly start to wriggle over and then build on top of each other until a creature made of worms is standing in front of you.
Bows his head in reverence, and with it bows the cup as well.
Yes. You have done well in your quest to defeat Vecna. It is not over yet. I sense something. I don't know what he is up to, but it is not good. Be very wary.
Who can I trust?
And you kind of see a pause in the worms, as if it's like, ugh, pumpkin splitters.
Smashers.
Smashers.
We like to call the sword is the splitter.
Sure.
Can I trust the sword?
The sword craves Vecna's death like none other. The only one who craves its death more is the sword's master, Cass.
Does Cass still live?
Yes. But none know where, except Vecna.
My lord, when we do this, when we kill Vecna, will it be time, finally?
Yes. You will be greatly rewarded.
Thank you, my lord. And he raises the cup and drinks the green liquid. And it's messy. He's not used to drinking things, in a pretty manner, so it spills
Yeah,
down his
well, it's
chin.
also got all the holes throughout the rim, so it's just
Oh.
pouring all over you. And he says, "You will be rewarded with the greatest gift one in my service can obtain." And that's the last thing you hear before you drink the cup, and your vision kind of goes fuzzy, and all you see and feel is like you feel like you're in like a coffin, but filled with writhing worms, and it's oddly comforting.
Mm.
And that is Tomb's dream, and that is where we're gonna stop for a brief little 5-10 minute little break while we all get our stuff that we need to get done. And I'm going to have the break screen up and not the back screen up, because I've got this, and we'll be back 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Stay tuned.
Adios.
What does the stop video button do? button do?
Hey, and we're back! But before we jump right back into our game, I would love to thank some of the lovely people who have donated bits today. We've got Kika, Inwills, and Praxagora Thesmophoria. Getting better at that name.
Wow, nice.
Thank you guys so much. And again, you are lovely, beautiful people. Thanks so much, everyone who's watching. Now we'll get back to the game. Alright, so, everyone had dreams. You all wake up the next morning. I don't know how much sleep Roga got, but, you know, he's not going to get exhaustion from that. He drank from super awesome spring water. Kane, you wake up with a big old gut wound.
Did I actually impale myself?
You actually impaled yourself. Your sword's out of its sheath, but tucked in, like, to the blanket next to you. And you've got, like, this big old gut wound. Mickey, you wake up in, like, a cold sweat. Like, you sweat, like, and, like, goosebumps, like, you swear Lacey was just, like, there. You, like, have to look around making sure she's not there, and you're like, whew, she's not there. Rogan probably, because he was up the most, he probably was, like, has, like, a little bit of drool off the side of his face, if I know.
And that's not from sleeping. That's from interacting with the nymph.
And he's got
been drooling ever
fresh
since.
flowers braided into his beard.
Yeah, you guys wake up to a weird sight.
Yeah,
I'm kind
and
of
they
sleeping
and
with
you
a
can
smile,
actually smell them
and
from
I've
here.
got
They're
flowers.
very
Yeah,
fragrant.
flowers in my beard.
Yeah.
Kane just gets up, like blood just splattering
And
everywhere.
Tomb's like sleeping bag is zipped all the way up. Not like is it like it's like tied all the way up. Like you can't see him. You see like it looks like a body bag right now.
There's from within the body bag is the sound of what could be contentment.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'm going to need one of these.
Has anyone else been
these
practicing
potions?
to growl?
That's anyone what?
I can't go that low. It's
Been
physically impossible.
practicing your tomb growl.
You can't harmonize. You can't harmonize it. It's not tomb if you harmonize.
So that's what you guys wake up to. If Tomb comes out, like his bag is just filled with worms.
He all right.
It's like there's like
Nocturnal
slight wriggling.
emissions to the extreme, man.
Yeah.
It's
It's like you're not sure how he was breathing in there, but because it's like literally like filled with worms.
he emerges like a caterpillar from his pupa.
Yeah.
Or a
It's like
caterpillar
like
from
he opens
no,
it up.
butterfly.
He's got these gossamer wings that are pretty AF.
No, no butterfly
Exactly.
wings, but he basically does emerge from a cocoon just stuffed with worms.
He's like
Milk
that
spilling
one
out.
caterpillar from The Bug's Life. He's like, "Oh look, I'm now a beautiful butterfly," and his like wings are just like super small.
You look like little ants.
And
He's,
Rosie is like snuggling with Pebble.
That sounds painful. So it's a rock bird. Yeah.
Tomb will stand up, brush like his shoulder off, like he's trying to get all the worms off of him, but he just brushes once, and there's still thousands of them on
Crushes
him.
a bunch of them. Just smears a lot of them onto his.
It's like on the cloak, and it's just a bit big, like greenish red smear on the cloak now.
Right, well. So, off to kill Vecna. I'm
Yeah, as like they look over, Kane's just chugging one of the health potions to heal up his wound. I tried to stab myself in my sleep, but I still woke up.
what?
I tried to kill myself in my sleep, but I still woke up. I was in a dream with my ancestors. Then I stabbed myself, thinking that I would wake up. But I did. I actually stabbed myself. I hate this sword.
Well, I had a wonderful time. I think I had a dream where I met this beautiful lady right
Did you
over
get the
there.
third base?
I never drink from a spring and tell. And I don't nymph and tell. So I was right, and it was a very odd dream. I still smell the flowers, though.
He hasn't noticed that there's
Yeah, and
Peter
Pebble
flowers.
has like a little lipstick mark on him, like on his head.
Oh, right. Ooh, look at that. Well, hold on. And then I look at my beard, and then I notice. And
filled
then
with
you see,
flowers.
I just grin. Well, and like he's got like a pep in his step as if he got laid last night, and like it's just
He did
it's
get laid
just
last
like
night.
it's true. He did. He got the flowers. Yeah. But yeah, he is just super happy. Some new pep in his step, ready for the day. Also, 55 feet every 6 seconds, pep in the step.
Yeah, like you see the cult. Like Rogan's moving around like a little bumblebee, just.
Right.
He's real fast. And the cultists of Use on the other side, you can see them packing up their camp and start to trace out the runes again for another day of transit.
I gotta put this back.
I'm loving that. Whatever the fuck.
I gotta put it back the way it was.
All right. And Rosie goes over and pesters them for breakfast as well, 'cause she's a very hungry child. They eventually just throw food at her. They're like, leave us alone. Ugh. She's got a rapier. Like, give me breakfast!
Bacon.
Bacon! Bacon. Cinnamon rolls. And they feed her. And they continue tracing out their work, putting in the diamond dust into the ritual, like, circle. And it's a big process. It takes them a little bit, but they eventually are ready, and if you guys are ready to travel on as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yep.
Okay, you guys spend the entire second day of travel through the Ethereal Plane, annoyed by some of Kane's ancestors, although they seem to be a little less annoying today, as they seem to be plotting amongst themselves. They all they get like big spirit huddles, talking and nodding and discussing. Aside from that, nothing eventful happens, unless there's something you guys would like to do on the second day. We'll continue to the third day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys camp again. This time, you guys are in a desert when you're camping. It's more like a wasteland, more than a desert, but it's still very barren.
Sucks.
And you guys
All right.
go to sleep. No weird dreams tonight. You guys sleep very peacefully. And, however, when Rogan wakes up, your flowers are still in perfect condition. It's like they're super fresh still. Kane and Mickey, you wake up normally, and Tomb, when you wake up, there is a small clay cup right next to the rest of your gear in your pack.
A very important question.
I have a very important answer.
Does Rogan have hay fever?
Do you get that from canoodling with dryads?
Well, like, because he's got loads of pollen, like, right up in his... I'm just curious.
I don't think he's.
I don't know.
I don't think he has hay fever. These are just flowers. And that'd be more from like. I don't think these flowers would give you hay fever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't have allergies.
He's in the forest a lot. I
Pollen.
think.
Yeah.
I think he'd.
He's got an immunity to it.
Yeah. He's used to it. He eats a lot of honey.
And also, it's like nymph flowers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Tim, you see that little clay cup next to your
Yeah.
gear.
He'll sort of roll over so that he can kind of make sure that he's blocking the cup
Yeah.
from view. And he'll look down into it. Is it filled?
Inside the cup, you see there is writing. What languages do you speak?
Well, let's see.
I need to.
I speak those languages.
Okay. It'd probably be in Draconic, actually.
Okay.
and Draconic. Say when you need to reach the height of your power, and you see inside there is a big, fat, green worm with black swirls all over it.
Takes it and very carefully he's going to pack it. Like he'll wrap, like he has a tunic and some robes that he hardly ever wears. He'll wrap it in that and make sure that it's
got your
as secure
poncho
as
from
possible.
that ritual.
Oh yeah, yeah. He wraps it in the poncho and then he looks out across the wasteland, and says, "Thank you, Lord. I will not let you down."
All right. So, the cultists, this is the last day of travel. One of the head cultists approaches you. Now, we'll be traveling for about a half day, and then we will reach Torvag Baragu. So I hope that you are all prepared. Is there anything additional you need to do this morning before we leave?
I just have a few questions about this Torvag Baragu.
Yes.
When we reach the end of the astral plane, how will we know that we are there?
Well, we will exit as we have done the past couple of evenings. We will exit via the means and then enter the material plane.
And once we are there, should we expect any sort of defenses, any sort of magical protections?
Torvag Baragu is an ancient relic. No one's quite sure what it does or how it works, but it is a source of great power, and we believe Vecna is using it to channel whatever ritual he's doing to obtain his higher godhood.
I request this from you. Once we reach that place in the ethereal plane, before we go through to the material plane, we should gather around and come up with a good plan of action.
Espionage while still on the ethereal plane. A
Yes.
solid plan. Alright. We will arrive there, observe the situation, and then come up with a plan.
Yes.
Alright. Is everyone ready to go back to the ethereal?
Of course.
Alright. And
First,
yes.
is the door open? No, this is out of character.
Okay, is the door open? No,
Can we-
you'll all have to be on the circles, and then they activate it to play, like, kind
Okay.
of plane shift you guys.
So just right in the circle.
Yes, we'll get in the circles, and then we will exit
Wonderful.
as we have the past couple of nights.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, right here in the circle. Yep, right here in the circle.
All right. So they start the ritual to cast it all up, and you guys enter the ethereal plane once more.
Right as they do that, I'm going to be like, "Excuse me, do you like some chowder?" And as he says chowder, the eyelid, sewn mouth, like ancestral spirits come out, and then their mouths like rip open into like just nothing but teeth, and it opens up like their mouth just kind of continues down their chest and opens into like nothing but razor sharp teeth, and they just start eating and devouring and ripping apart the cultists
Okay.
as we just fade back into the ethereal plane.
Okay. I like Don's face is like, ah!
Kane, do you know how to get to Torvag Baragu from here?
I thought we were here.
You have a half day of travel left.
Well, I know who we can ask.
You just killed them all?
They're currently fighting against those spirits. Let me roll some things real quick because they are vulnerable on the ethereal plane.
Perfect.
They're being eaten by the shades of Nezamok.
Oh, they actually take one of the shades down.
Oh, damn.
They're not weak cultists. They're not weak cultists. They're there to be allies. So, just rolling this battle out real quick. I'll actually take 2 of them out. All right. As you guys are having this discussion, there's like a full-on fight going on between the cultists of Hughes, like the 24 of them that there are, and then the few shadows.
Oh my lord.
There's probably like 4 shades.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably 4 shades. There's only 2 of them left now, and another one is heavily injured before they do wind up taking out the cultists.
So,
Wait, maybe we should save one of them.
Yeah, you guys have time to discuss
Wait, hold. Oh,
if you want to, like real quick before they kill them all.
Wait. Spare that one. We'll kill him.
I'd like to think that Tomb did say that. Do you know how to get to Torvag Baragu? We're not there?
Yeah.
No. Oh, guys,
Wait.
Just
That one. Last one. Stay. Don't. I jump in front of the cultist. You will not take this one. He is mine. And then like the shade just kind of like stops, and he's like, "This
But
was
you
my
said
only
chowder."
purpose."
It is
Fine.
very important not to eat your chowder too early in the morning, Kane.
And then
Yeah,
like
chowder's for dinner.
just as if you're like zipping up a
Yeah, like a zipper, just whoop the mouth.
whoop,
Yeah.
the mouths just kind of like zips, and then he just kind of takes back the position and slinks back into the shadow, and I pull out the cultist. Oh my god, who knew that was lurking in the ethereal realm? Just evil shades who just attack cultists. You're lucky we were there when we were, or you would have died.
Give me a deception check, please.
that's the shittest lie. I'm actually embarrassed for you.
What does a 10 give me?
Well, seeing as how his insight was a nat 1, he buys it.
Yeah, hey,
Thank goodness. Yeah.
thank
Ugh.
you don't want to go back there again. Why don't you continue us to Torvag Baragu?
Our forces are severely weakened. I don't know if I'll be able to heal you all during the fight by myself.
It's fine.
I'll
we'll
definitely
send you
try.
back. We'll send you back. You'll bring more. Hopefully, more already on the way.
There should be more on the way, a day or 2 behind, but yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, don't worry about what just happened. They probably were the cleaners of the ethereal plane.
Probably pumpkins, spirits.
Yes, that's how necromancy works.
All right, this guy,
Trust
he's
me,
got
we
like
are- we're-
a little badge on him that says intern.
Fuck. we killed all the people in charge, and we're left with an intern.
an intern cultist.
All right. Do you know how to get to Torvag Baragu?
I did see the map. Yeah.
Do you have the
I
map?
want to believe in something. All right, hold on. We're gonna need to take a couple of weeks.
Okay.
See if you really do believe in it, and then later we'll let you.
They gotta make sure the
really
dedication's
believe it.
there, you know.
Right,
They
exactly.
haven't, then you gotta do like the hazing ritual. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, the hazing ritual.
do you have the map on you?
Well, it was a copy of it was on our leader. But I'm really good with maps, and I studied. It was my job to memorize the map, just in case something happened to it. So
Could you draw us up a map?
see how his artistic skills are. Oh my god. So he remembers it perfectly, but he kind of just draws like an X, and then like some squiggly lines, and then like a circle, and you don't really know. He's like, that's the map, right? Well,
Are we
I
in a
feel like
forest?
the dimensions are off, Yeah, you guys are in like a desert, like a wasteland right now.
Damn. Because
Yeah.
that's not Rogan's preferred thing. Because I'd be like, oh,
Not at
thank
all.
you, stab.
Yeah.
Rogan, here, take this.
Yeah, you
And
guys
he would
can't
also
read the
the
map at all. His
ethereal
map
plane.
skills are like a 3, but his memory skills is like a 19. So
I thought we were back on the material plane.
no, you guys
Did
are
we
in the
pop back
ethereal.
in?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we pop back in.
You guys
Oh,
are in the
okay.
ethereal plane right now, so you still have your fast travel.
Intern, you should get walking, and we will just follow you.
All right, yeah. Cover my back in case those things come out again.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Sure.
Just don't think about chowder.
Anything.
Okay. Except where we're going, right? I gotta kinda
Think about that. Think about
Okay,
that. But
okay,
is-
I'll concentrate on that. Yeah.
If anything crosses your mind about chowder, you're
Uh,
going to die.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll just
Don't
think
even
about
ask
the map.
for it.
Okay. All right.
What did I tell you not to ask for?
I don't even know. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Good. I guess you're the lead cultist now, Mr.
I am the
Mickey,
lead
sir.
cultist.
No,
Oh.
no, him.
No.
So I'll just, if it's cool with you, I'll just start leading towards the place we're supposed
Wonderful.
to go.
Mickey straight up hasn't been paying attention, and then like turns and looks at him like, "Who, me?"
Yes, sir. I'm just, you're an actual cultist and I'm an intern. You're hired. Yeah.
You like get me coffee and stuff.
When we're not on the ethereal plane, yeah.
Okay, so you're not a very good intern.
Oh,
Guys, I say we look at someone else. Really, I'm not sure that he's gonna cut it. He can't even get coffee.
everyone else is dead.
Well,
I'm talking to the rest of the
Yeah.
people.
I start searching the bodies for the actual map.
Give me an investigation check.
All
They're
right.
kind of
let's do-
starting to fade from the ethereal. You don't find it.
Okay.
Back onto
What?
the material.
So, right. You're gonna lead
Yep.
us. where
Yep,
we need to
it's all
go.
up here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a good job, I might rise you up through the ranks to
So actual cultist?
more like.
Neophyte.
Okay, yeah, that, oh, sure, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start heading off right now. And he
Okay.
starts walking.
I lean over to Mickey. We are going to kill him before we actually hit the material plane.
Yes.
The
But-
fuck? The fuck, Mickey? I know we're in the ethereal plane, but could you back off the Zool, alright?
Alright, so you guys travel for about a half day, and you see like this hill. And the top of this hill, it's super obscured. You can't really see anything, but there appears to be a doorway. That's how we're gonna get through. That doorway right there.
We
Right
just
there?
walk through.
Yeah.
No magic required?
No, they said there would be a gate from the ethereal plane when we got there. At least there should be, and that looks like a gate that they described to me.
Alright, Tomb, would you like to step forward first?
Why?
I have to go
Why?
check on the soup that I'm preparing.
Tomb's gonna approach the gate, but he wants to kind of check it out first. He wants to
Okay.
do
Yeah.
his best to make sure it is
Sure.
what they say it is.
So you look through the gate. You approach it. You kind of can see. So when you look through, it's like looking through kind of like a foggy window. You can see stuff, but it's a little bit distorted.
As that's happening, as Tomb is looking around, I look over to Kane and I say, "Stop letting your long hammer hit people while you search them." There you go. There you go. There you go, chat.
I like Kane sticks his hand into his trousers and he readjusts and he's like, "There, sorry, thank you."
Show a little dignity.
I don't know what's happening.
All right.
Does this gate? So this
Give
gate
me-
cannot.
Give me a perception check. I want to see how much you pick up. Because you're going to pick up stuff. I just want to see how much you pick up.
I always get scared when you ask me to do things.
Me too.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, hey! That's actually really good. Okay, so you're going to pick up on all of this stuff then. So you're looking through, and it's like looking through a foggy window. You can kind of adjust. Like, you don't want to touch it, because you don't know what happens if you do. You kind of like looking through on the angles. You see... See your angle. Like, if you get to, like, the far right of it, you can kind of look through, and you see Vecna deep in ritual casting. You look across, and it looks like you see another window. You see that these appear to be doorways or windows between great stone columns. And across from you, you see another window. This one looks like a great empire. You see there's ships docked at port, huge cities. It looks very advanced. And then you kind of look through, and that's like right across from you and to the right. And there's another one across from you and to the left. And this one seems to be grim and filthy. The streets are filled with goblins and orcs. It's a big city, and it just looks really dirty. If you look, kind of like looking through, if you can see, again, behind Vecna, there appears to be another window. This one appears to be, just double checking it, like a strange land from clearly what would be, you would assume, another age. You've seen like murals of this type of clothing and paintings and ancient statues. You've seen them in like maybe old tombs, ancient statues. You think this might be ancient Flan, because you're
Ancient
on the Flaness. Statues. Yeah, this appears to be super ancient, maybe like from the Bronze Age. Basically, a very long time ago. And I don't think you could see. You see like a glimpse of another one from like the far right. It's at a weird angle though, so it's hard to see. But this one appears to be an immense palace, but it's shattered and broken, and it looks like the destruction has just occurred seconds before. Rubble is still crumbling, and people are running away in confusion. But the palace looks both majestic and yet corrupt at the same time. You see a great throne. It's got spider webs all over it, like motifs on it, and what looks like a stained glass window motif behind it with Vecna's visage. And that's all you can see. You can see all these different windows and like between stone columns.
So you would see Tomb sort of moving around and checking things out. One question, the
Yes.
ancient Flan
Yes.
gate, are there people there that I see? Does it look like it's populated, this ancient city?
Let me see. Yes. There are people in the clothing that's long outdated. They're in their chariots. And strange races also that you've never seen before mingle among them.
In no sense that Vecna sees me.
No, you don't get that sense.
Sure, I'll trust it.
I'll trust it.
And turn around to the party and he'll say, I think we should all take a look at this. There are many windows to different regions of the world, and I believe different times too. Vecna is sitting, casting a spell in the middle of all of these gates. And Kane, is that one there your homeland? And he'll point towards one of the early gates he looked at with the more advanced civilization and the ships.
Yeah. Kane looks through it. It does not look like your empire you're from, but you've heard of this because you were forced to do a lot of history lessons
Mhm.
This city, and it also appears to be at night because you see the moon in the sky. You believe that this is the former capital of the Backlanish Empire before the terrible devastation by the Sul wizards. So basically, that there was like a big calamity. There was a unwinnable war that was destined to destroy both empires, and did. Very, very, very long time ago, before your empire was founded. Like, your empire's kind of built on one of the destructions, like one of the old colonies of those. But it was basically a time in the world before a great calamity that was caused by man ensued, and both empires were crushed. They wiped each other out.
Is there a doorway to Dramakis?
You do not see one. But again, you only have a limited view, because you're looking through one window, and these are all at different angles and stuff.
Well, no, that's not Dramakis. That's
It's ancient.
ancient ruin.
That's even older than the ancient empire of ancient Flan that you see.
Yeah.
So perhaps all of these gates lead to different times in our world where a great calamity rose.
Mickey, you look through the one with the city, the streets filled with, that's just filthy, and it's filled with goblins and orcs.
Okay.
You recognize this. You don't know how you recognize it, but you know that this is used as
Gatchetson.
You somehow innately know this, probably because of your inauguration as a cultist of Use. Let's use his realm.
Oh.
You would see that the it is called Doraka. And it is the capital. Doraka. It's got two A's when I say Doraka. And it's the capital of Use's realm.
Doraka. Yeah.
Draka.
Dada, yeah. Mickey ponders this for a moment, not really sure where this. He's like, that's. Why the fuck do I know where that is? That's odd. Okay. So, what is it I'm saying? Is it Vecna's there doing his?
Yeah, Vecna is in like the like if you looked,
Such a
it's
dick.
like the corner of your vision. Like on the left, like, you can barely see him if you go all the way to the right and you look to the left. You know how you kind of have to like do that to look through.
I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Potatoed.
There we go.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, he kind of looks around at what other people are seeing, sort of, is he in multiple places at once? Is this showing, what is this showing? Can I roll an Arcana to see what this
Yeah.
is showing?
Did you tell me what I see?
Yeah, you see everything, you guys, because Tomb can point it all out. And Mickey clarified
Okay.
what one of the places was, and Kane clarified where one of the places was.
We are at Torvag Baragu. correct?
That's a nat 20 of a 35 on Arcana.
Okay.
I
Well, this
I
place.
know this. I wrote this spell. Holy shit.
So this place, you're like something clicks, and you're like, I remember Jalarzi talking about this place once. Not even the Great Wizards of Greyhawk know what this place does, what it's used for, how to channel power through it. They know it's it's very strongly magical. It's like it's on the ley lines. It channels intense quantities of magic. Certain people have come to study it, never been seen again. No one really knows what it does, but you would guess that these are either windows into other realms, worlds, and times, or portals. That's your best guess. You're not positive on any of this, even on a nat 20, because no mortal knows what these do.
Okay, so hypothetically speaking, like Vecna, how does Vecna look in these? Does he look like we remember him?
Yeah. I mean, there's no peg leg, and his hands are back, and he's got his eye back.
Yeah.
But he looks like you remember him.
Okay, is he wearing clothes that fit with any culture or anything? That
He's wearing the same clothes you saw him in last.
Okay. So this isn't us seeing him sort of, because like I was thinking maybe that's how he survived. He escaped forward in time to a time where maybe he'd been forgotten about, but maybe not. So he's just showing off that he can multitask. In which case, we're all men. We're fucked. Like, there's no way we can defeat him.
You do see, let's see. You did nat 20 it. So you...
Like a boss.
Like a boss. I'll give you this one. The one with the crumbling palace. That looks like, again, something Jalarzi talked about. Like, you just vaguely knew about Vecna. Like, oh, wasn't he on the spidered throne? Wasn't that, like, when he was defeated the first time, right when Cass stabbed him in the back?
Yeah.
Wasn't that where he sat? That kind of looks like a spidered throne. You believe that would probably be, that doorway is just moments after his last defeat. And if you watch it, it kind of looks like the rumble's crumbling, but now you notice it's crumbling upwards as if it's slowly
being reformed.
Being reversed.
Is he? Could I hypothesize?
Like if he's rewinding the time in that one, but he can only go frame by frame. So it's really slow.
I grab the boys. I grab the boys together and I point through to this, and I'm like, that right there. Okay, look, I was pretty drunk when Jalaxao explained this to me, but she was telling me that when Vecna fell, his castle kind of, his fortress, that fucking place over there, he says, pointing, had a hell of a hammering, and it was rooted to his magic. So when he fell, the place started to, fall apart. And this is the time when Cass stabbed him in the back. So maybe he's trying to rebuild or something. But that's his home right there. That's where Vecna lives. That's like, if you wanted to mail him, like,
the sword at your side will kind of stop giving you the silent treatment, and it will say, that was moments after I stabbed him in the back. And you would know that it was on the material plane. He almost achieved the Empire of the Whispered One on the material plane, but he was stopped by Cass.
I think we should go through this one. If there's one place that it is strong to fight an enemy, it is in their private abode.
So, you want to sneak in and relive the glory of Cass and stab him in the back.
I want to see what happened moments after he was stabbed. He never died. Not truly. He wasn't destroyed. He persists, which means I want to know how.
All right. Well, I guess the first thing we need to do is actually get over there.
Well, you're probably going to need this. And I pull out my stupid triangle hat.
Wait. Oh my god, are you asking me to be Cass? Fuck you! I don't know anything about Cass. I don't know what Cass even looks. Sword, what does Cass look like? Bro, yo, dude, bring up Cass's driver's license.
You get like a deep.
Show me the beast.
And at this point, I think I will show you where you guys kind of are.
Oh god, I don't want to know.
Perfect.
Show me that map layer.
Mm-hmm.
Show me.
And I'll swap
Survey
over.
says map layer.
Hoo-hoo. So I'll
Oh,
just...
Nice.
Oh,
that's-
right. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're like
I get it.
basically.
Yeah, you
okay,
guys are looking through that window, basically.
Oh, we'll be right there.
All right.
Is that Vecna over there?
Yeah, he's on us
Don't
like
worry
a
about it.
center of like a arcane circle.
I get it. These are the doorways to other worlds.
Yeah,
and
like
time.
doorways or windows. Basically, it's like little
Yeah,
like
it's Stonehenge.
it's like
Yeah, if you go to Stonehenge on a
little portals.
Sunday, like they have the portals open.
They're like
Same thing,
they're like
yeah.
little like panes stuck between. You can't get over there. You're in the Ethereal Plane still.
That's how. That's how.
Wait, what?
You guys,
Then how does this work?
you guys are once you walk through it, you'll be not on the Ethereal Plane, and you'll be at like right now. You're looking through this window.
I trip Kane through one of the windows. I'm just like, oh
Right.
look, that's
Okay.
Chowder.
All right.
So we're like in a Stonehenge funhouse mirror.
basically
Mirror
all the
maze.
other like you
Yeah.